9/11 itself was, again, the opening act of this three-part New World Order trilogy of the Matrix, whatever you want to call it, this play. It was a military coup d'etat, right? So the Pentagon itself was built on September 11th. So they had to come up with some kind of a war-making ritual to empower the military-industrial complex. And as you brought up, it was done so brilliantly because it was at the turn of the century when video cameras and phones, internet wasn't the same way it is today. So imagine if people, bystanders and tourists, actually captured all that, relevant evidence that we so desperately wanted in those early years of responding, in conspiracy theories. Imagine if we had all the HD footage. Instead, we had to wait until 2011, like I said, for James Gorley to come out with all of his declassified tapes. Not to mention the NORAD tapes and all the other attempts by people over the years to pester FEMA for physical evidence and all this other stuff. Regarding the currency and covering up all of that, I mean, everyone has heard of these urban legends, but they're not urban legends, right? There was gold buried at the bottom of the towers. There was a whole bunch of suspicious banking transactions that took place shortly before the towers came down. That was all on hard disk. A German company called Convar was sifting through the rubble, and they discovered a bunch of suspicious, trades and put options and stuff. So a lot of people have speculated, if you follow the money, you should find out pretty much what happened, right? But it's bigger than just these individual firms like Brown Brother Harriman or Deutsche Bank or Swiss Re that were involved. It's a lot bigger than that. It goes to the very heart of the New World Order itself. It's the Federal Reserve, right? They're the ones leaving their calling card. When you fold up the money, it's not just a $20 bill, it's all of them. It's 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100. So that's just kind of skipping to the conclusion of the book. You can't really see it because it's a phone camera here, but the final graphic that I used for the concluding chapter of the book is exactly that, the occult magic ritual on a micro scale that was carried out, the 9/11 ritual, in the money itself. These people were so arrogant and so foreseeing that they decided to leave their calling card, the Federal Reserve bankers, in the money itself. So if you literally follow the money, you will see that this was all planned out by these entities last century. In order to come up with this global banking system, they had to first destroy the old banking system. So they had this ritual, 9/11, but also on the micro scale in the paper currency itself, that was the whole goal, was to destroy the banking system, was to build America up, to use it as a war machine, and then to pop that bubble after 2020 for the global depopulation agenda.